20 years ago, I never thought I would see any pre-workout that would match up to those levels. A few years ago, I had some of the best. Cracked Barbarian. It was a good time to be around pre-workouts. Now, I have Demolish, and it basically may have changed my rankings. This pre-workout surprised me, and it's not what you think because the ingredients in here, they look incredible. So this is Demolish, the next best thing to pre-workouts that have similar ingredients that no longer exist on the market. Now Demolish, I was looking at this label thinking this is another hyped up label that doesn't have that much, because you can have any ingredient on a label. It's not always, 90% of the time it doesn't feel like the label. But this was different. So Demolish, within the first 10 minutes of drinking this thing, I didn't feel much. To be honest, I was thinking this was just a nice energy drink. 20 minutes go by, something comes up. A little bit of something, some energy, and it felt like I was elevating. But 30 to 40 minutes up, I was feeling a little bit more than I did in the first 20 minutes. I almost felt like I was cheating in my workout. This is such a speedy feeling, energetic pre-workout. The focus is intense. The clarity and focus was way up with the background, like feel good. Not happy, like silly happy, more like good mood, gonna destroy the workout. And then I look at my watch during the workout and I noticed the time was slower. It was like I was ahead of my workout. That usually doesn't happen. I'm usually spending a little bit more time in the gym, taking more time to recover in between sets, but this workout, I was like, couldn't stop moving between sets. This was a speedy feeling. I went to the gym and I felt like someone turned on a dial on my workout because the weights felt lighter. I felt like I was flying through my workout. What felt hard between sets felt easy. I was easily recovering. And it was something different. It's not like the ingredients what you think it is. So then I was sweating buckets within the first few minutes. And it was such a speedy feeling. I felt like I was also super focused. I was dialed in, and the thing that was surprising, unusual to me, was that I was changing my music. I wasn't changing my music. I wasn't changing any songs. And I stuck to my playlist. Music was sounding good. Mood was elevated, but not colorful euphoria. It was more like I was just in a good spirit, good mood, and not just one time. Every time I took this. And the focus was incredible. Not crazy, not uncontrolled tunnel vision. I was focused in a productive way and motivated to do more and more. And the mood elevation was surprising because it wasn't just there during my workout. It was there during my workout and some more. I would just be happy afterwards, after a few hours. And the energy was in the background. It wasn't died down, like it wasn't going into a crash. It was just smooth in the background, smooth sailing, but the mood elevation was pushing it to the front. The mood elevation was at the front and the energy in the back. And let me talk about pumps. So there's some pump ingredients in here, but it wasn't special. It wasn't extraordinary. There's citrulline in here and there's glycerol. And glycerol might actually be a downside in this supplement, which I'll get to in a second. But citrulline here was nice to have. It felt like it was pushing the pain away, just like it would, but it helped. The stimulants in here helped with performance much more than the citrulline. And I felt like that was the highlight of this pre-workout, Demolish. So having that said, glycerol was actually a downside here. It was nice to have something to blow up my muscles, have more balloon size to it, because it works differently than creatine. Glycerol left some residue in my shaker cup, which wasn't a problem. But sometimes I would have that residue on my lips, so I'd walk into the gym. Sometimes I'd forget to lick my lips and I'd look like a crackhead. But whatever. Because I was a crackhead on my workout. It doesn't matter. But that's the only downside. And the other thing is, it does have 14 grams per serving. So don't expect like a well-balanced pre-workout. But the upside is it has 25 servings. Perfect. The other thing is that, so the DMBA in here and DMHA, we've seen it before. But this was unlike anything I've had before, because the DMBA wasn't heart-pounding rocket fuel. It was smooth. And the DMHA in here combined, it felt like a smooth pair of stimulants. It may have been because it's combined with theobromine and it doesn't have aerogenesis. The whole experience was so smooth and mood elevating with reliable, consistent energy that really helped with my workouts. But it was like a fun, smooth experience without uncontrolled, heart-pounding feelings. But it was a smooth and chaotic workout. I was everywhere. I couldn't stop moving, but at the same time, I didn't feel like I was out of breath. And in fact, I felt like my breathing was just fine, normal. Like it wasn't even as bad as when I would take something with higher stimulants, like higher caffeine and lower exotic stimulant. Maybe it may have like DMHA. I think the reason for that is because the caffeine in here is not high. Like it's not 600 milligrams of caffeine in here. It's 350 milligrams. And I think this is a perfect segue. Wait, hang on. There's also alpha-yohimbine and synephrine, but yet I don't get anxiety or jitters. I just get like a chaotic, smooth, energetic, mood elevating, again, chaotic type of experience. So this is a perfect segue to comparisons. So this has a similar label to Crack Barbarian. It might still be available today, but I don't really know. Crack Barbarian has a lot of caffeine. It also has the same DMBA and DMHA. But yet, this feels more controlled. This feels more fun. It was chaotic, but it wasn't heart attack. I wasn't going into the gym like, oh my God. No, nothing like that. This felt like a combination between Stim Thugga and Crack Barbarian. Two of them combined together without the high dosage of caffeine. I hate when companies put 600 milligrams of caffeine. Come on, man, there's other stimulants. There's no need to go all out with caffeine. We're fine with some exotic stimulants, some nearly exotic stimulants like alpha-yohimbine, and we're good. We're Gucci. We don't need 600 milligrams combined with 300 milligrams of caffeine and much more. No. So, that being said, this has changed up my rankings. I'm gonna put this somewhere in my rankings because I'm definitely gonna go back to it. This was the most fun and enjoyable pre-workout I've had in months. I don't want to say years, but months. Like this is Demolish, staying with me. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it. It's mine. It's mine. See you later. No, but I really enjoyed this. Downside, pumps and small serving, but 25 servings, it works out. I enjoyed this a lot. What did you guys think of this pre-workout? And are you going to try it? If you made it to this point, leave a muscle emoji. Thanks a lot for watching.